It's very possible, guys. It's very possible that I bombed it. So, the next video might be me crying that I did not pass. Should I be surprised? No. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so this is what I've done so far. Nothing, I'm just kidding. The last time you saw me, I was accepted for a JET interview, and this was 2 weeks ago. It has since been 2 weeks since then, and my interview is in 2 days. So these are the things that I've done so far to prepare. I've done a terrible job of documenting them. I am so sorry. I will try to throw in B-roll. So first, I went shopping for some fancy interview clothes because I do not own anything business professional. I struggled with finding an outfit actually because I've never dressed this way before, and to be honest, I wasn't exactly sure what kind of style they were expecting me to wear. But actually, I would have never found the right outfit for me had this random lady who saw me panicking in the change room not helped me. She was my guardian angel for real. I wish I could tell her just how much I appreciated her help. Basically, she saw I was getting stressed because everything looked terrible on me. She told me to relax and that she had a history in styling, so she ran off, grabbed a bunch of clothing pieces, and told me to try them on. I immediately felt so much better because the clothes she brought me made me feel instantly more comfortable and confident. She left before I could say a proper thank you, but I will always remember her as the amazing lady that found me my interview outfit. I literally was about to give up before she helped. There are truly some amazing people out there. I'm so grateful. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's in 2 weeks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's to go to Japan, so
Yeah.
that's really exciting.
So that's why I'm teaching English. Yeah.
Big step.
No, not like I don't have a degree in teaching. I have a degree in science, but
There's a lot of people that do that though.
Yeah,
Over
yeah.
Years, you know. Good life experience.
yeah, I just want to try it, and I do like teaching, but I just don't have like a degree in it.
Yeah.
So
And then something, you know, I think you'll be amazing.
thank you so much.
I hope you get it.
Thank you.
Good luck. Bye.
The ladies at the store were also really nice, and my mom was also really amazing, and she paid for my interview outfit, so I really appreciate everybody being so nice. Anyways, next I had to go shoe shopping. We were going to do it on the same day, but I was pretty tired after changing into so many different outfits. So a couple days later, we went shopping for shoes. Again, I've never worn like fancy corporate shoes before, so it took a little bit of trial and error before I found something that I thought worked. Even then, I was very anxious the whole time about if it was the best choice or not, so you'll see me stressing in a second here. But eventually I was able to find a
I think it
pair.
looks good.
Does it make my like feet look too small in proportion to my legs?
No, I don't think so. Maybe that's why that lady was saying we should get like chunky shoes.
What does that mean? Does that look better? But I feel like it looks better if you can see some of the skin. But
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think our original ones are good. I think they look good.
Okay, let's chill and talk. Tomorrow Tetsuya is coming and I'm really excited, and that also means that in 2 days my interview is in 2 days. Have I done practice? Yes and no. As per usual, I have a lot of things going on at the exact same time and I'm having a hard time managing everything. I really wish. I think it is a blessing that my interview aligned perfectly with the trip I already planned to go down to go do the interview. It's also a really inconvenient time. I have a lot of things due this week for projects and stuff and assignments. I know this is just what I've seen from reading a lot of Reddit posts. Basically, I re-downloaded Reddit. I previously deleted it because it was causing me extreme anxiety. It made me extremely positive that I was not going to get an interview just based off of what everybody else was saying. But here I am, I have an interview, so I should not be so focused on reading the sad stories on Reddit. After looking at people's interviews, like stories on Reddit, it seems like they put quite an emphasis on things that you wrote on your actual application, like your SOP, like specifically your SOP, your statement of purpose. So I went ahead and printed it off so that I could look at it thoroughly, and I basically just went through my entire application one day and I outlined and read all the things that are probably kind of important to practice talking about. Basically, in my SOP, I mentioned some things that I wouldn't mind trying to do while I'm in Japan in terms of teaching, like using objects to teach about things like Canada or me being Chaldean or whatever. So I need to do like a practice run of how I would feasibly do a lesson. I bought this little file folder because there's some paper you actually have to bring with you. Oh, by the way, okay, I'll mention this now. Basically, when you get the interview, they send you another email for the interview date, and then there's 2 files that you have to have printed out. Well, I don't think you have to have both of them printed out. I printed both of them just in case. One of them is something that you have to bring with you to the interview, and the other one is something that you have to submit that week. Like, actually, I almost missed it. Me and my other friend, I've talked about him before. He's applying for the CIR position, which is like in JET, but the other position besides the ALT, like the translation job. And he also got an interview, so yay! And he also is going tomorrow as well. I don't know if we're driving together or not, but it's gonna be like a little trip, I guess. It's gonna be fun. But anyways, he also didn't see this, but the email said that you have to send, it's called a candidate card, and you have to send it by the end of the week, and I literally almost missed it. And we both almost missed it until I reread the email, because there's a lot of words on the email, and thank God I didn't miss the deadline. Oh, I also printed off, there's a website that has like the 100 most like commonly, like they think is the most commonly asked questions at a JET interview. I printed those off as well, and I read through them. Last Thursday, my friends were really nice, and we held like a group practice interviews, and then I had another friend with me who took my 100 questions, and he basically, he took on the persona of an interviewer. He did it really well. His name was Hank, and he had a wife and children. It was really funny. But anyways, he did a really good job interviewing me, so we did a mock interview, which was helpful. My other friend who lives in Japan right now, who used to be a JET, we called the other day, and they kind of went over it with me a little bit. I'm really grateful for all my friends that are helping me. I really appreciate it. So if you have any friends that are able to help you do mock interviews, highly recommend it. I'm probably, after this video, I'm gonna try practicing some more, and then I'm hoping tonight practice with my mom when she's here. Tomorrow I'll be picking up Tatsuya from the airport, and then hopefully we will continue practicing until my interview. I feel so nervous. I'll try to vlog while I'm there getting ready, but I get really awkward recording things in front of people, so no promises.
Good morning!
Today's the day that I drive to the city for my interview. Well, today's not the interview, it's 2 days from now. I haven't finished packing yet. I just have all my stuff that I need to have for the interview organized, basically, but God, I'm so scared of forgetting something. Anyways, I'm gonna drink some coffee, make myself presentable, and finish packing. Oh, Levi wants her morning snack. Oh. Okay, Gimai, sit. Gimai. Oh, good Gimai. Good Gimai. I'm trying to teach her to sit. I don't know if I'm actually teaching her to sit or just to sit when she's getting snacks, but... What's going in my suitcase video, really quickly. So first, I have my interview clothes right here. They're just gonna be hanging in the car to make sure they don't get wrinkled and dirty. And there's not much to say because most of my stuff is just clothes, but oh my god. So here, I'm taking my the notes that I took for my TEFL course. This is all my notes and my TEFL handbook. I'm bringing it with me so that I can review it maybe like tonight or something. And then this is the purse I'm gonna take with me into the interview. I don't really have anything fancier than this. Like, I don't have like a fancy leather purse. So I thought this would be okay too because it's small and it looks nice. I thrifted it in Japan actually, so. And then inside I have my deer antler because I mentioned wanting to teach using deer antlers in my SOP. So I thought just in case they ask me to like, what would my lesson look like if I used a deer antler, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I brought one. Same with my little hip scarf that I have. So just in case, it's in there. And then I have some documents here that I printed off from my application, like my passport photo, just in case, and my proof of expected graduation. I have my 100 interview questions, my notebook. I'm bringing my laptop. Then of course I have my file. I have my passport. They just need you to have like one form of ID, which I have my ID, but just in case, I'm keeping my passport in here as well, just in case. I have my extra photo that I took just in case. I have my voucher form with my photo taped to it and my candidate card just in case. Even though they didn't really say that I needed my candidate card, I'm bringing it just in case. And then I have my SOP on this side that I'm going to review more in my whole application that I'm going to review more. And then I have a notepad to take possible notes. I need to think of some questions tonight to ask them. And then I have my, this is also like a video just to make sure I packed everything that I need. And then I have my shoes for the interview that I got, my fancy big girl shoes. I have my nylons because apparently wearing nylons is fancier than just wearing socks. And then everything else is, I got these cute like chocolate roses to have, because like, you know, guys like maybe don't really want flowers at the airport, but I figured that Tatsuya would like chocolate flowers, so I got 3 chocolate flowers that I'll be holding at the airport for him. So I think I have everything I need for the interview itself. I also brought my TEFL certification. Unfortunately, my rabbit chewed on it a little bit, so I don't know how official it is anymore after a rabbit has chewed it. Yeah, so I think I have everything. I guess I can start putting everything officially in and get ready to go. Patrick is my world travel buddy. He's been everywhere with me, and he's coming to support me in my interview. So I just wanted to shout out to Patrick real quick. Okay, I'm ready to go. Let's go. Yeah. My mom's calling me. Okay. Bye, kitty boy. Goodbye. I love you too. Oh my gosh. Okay. Got so much crap. Got Patrick by my side. I'm late to meet my friend, but here we go. Oh my gosh. I don't know where my friend is. He was supposed to, I think I see his car, but he's not coming up to me for some reason. I don't know if I should drive up to him or not. But anyways, I got some Tim Hortons. You can't have any road trip without Tim Hortons first. What? Oh no. Anticlimactic. Okay, I'm at the airport. So it's time to go pick up Tetsuya. And then I'll continue practicing for my interview. I had to part ways with my friend in the road. I played the little and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again dramatic moment. But yeah, I'm really nervous. I actually just got a call for an interview, so I also have to call back that number really quickly. But Tetsuya should arrive in about an hour. So I'm gonna get ready. I have my chocolate roses for him, and I'll probably organize the car just a little bit, but yay! Oh my god! My rose is so it's chocolate.
This actual chocolate?
Yeah. Yeah. Not that one. Going for his interview. Good luck. Wait, where's the restaurant? Okay. Okay, well, good luck. You're gonna do amazing. You got this. You're gonna crush it. They're gonna hire you on the spot, which is kind of a red flag actually, but okay, bye. So you have to pour it, like, you pour it in there.
I say pour it.
I don't know how much, but... And then you have to close the lid. And then you have to turn it over. And then wait 3 minutes. So Danielson, how was it?
It was pretty good.
Yeah? Oh, nice!
It wasn't perfect, but I think it was pretty good.
Heck yeah, nice. My dinner before my interview. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Morning food before the
Before my interview. Healthy, I don't know, healthy.
healthy food.
Yeah.
Let's eat.
As I got ready for my interview that was in a couple hours, I just tried my best not to think about it too much. I just focused on my routine, putting my makeup on, getting my hair ready, and I was able to not think about it for at least the hour it took me to get ready. Yeah, time to see the finished product. Can I maybe somehow get my whole outfit? After that, we went to a McDonald's and we sat there for about an hour and I practiced. I was too sick to eat anything, so.
121, okay. I have 40 minutes until my interview. No, until I go up for my interview. In less than 1 hour.
Yeah.
Before my actual interview. And I feel sick.
I feel sick. We practiced a lot, but I don't know.
You should be doing well.
Huh?
You should be okay.
I feel really nervous. Oh my god, I'm shaking. I'm really nervous.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't want to forget anything. I have my purse,
Good.
lint roller. Do you see any big dirt anywhere?
No, really. Just like our shoulder around this word. Some like small.
No cat hair.
Maybe let me do that.
Hello! So, time has passed. I completely failed at recording anything after my interview finished. A lot happened during my interview, and after I was done, I was just on such an adrenaline rush and my nerves were just really affecting me. So I mostly just spent I think I spent like an hour after that talking with Tatsuya in the car about what just happened. I couldn't remember the questions I was asked when I came out. He asked me like, well, what questions did they ask you? And I sat there for like 10 minutes trying to remember what questions they asked me. It took so long for my brain to start it went into overload and then it had to cool off and then it took a while for me to get back into normal functioning brain. And then I just never recorded anything after that regarding my interview. I just moved on. Tatsuya and I had to leave the city to get back to my home city, so I just didn't have time to record, and then after that I just continued to not have time to record anything because I was, off spending time with Tatsuya and I just didn't record anything. And then time passed. He was here for about a month and a half. That's done. So it has been a minute since my interview, but I'm sitting down now to recap very quickly. The interview was only 20 minutes long. I'm pretty sure these are all the questions they asked me, and I will just go through them. So the interview itself, my personal interview, did not go well. I don't think it went well anyways. Maybe the way they perceived it is different than how I perceived it, but the way I perceived it was that it was a huge mess. And I have zero expectation of passing, and I don't want to think about it too much, but I'm thinking of making the whole interview that I had its own story time video because it was that stupid. So look out for that, because if I went through everything that happened in that interview now, this video is going to be way too long. And I think this would be a good story time because that was not good. That was not good. But anyways, so let me just briefly tell you an overarching what happened. So I got into the elevator and Tetsuya and I parted ways. He waited in the lobby for me while I went upstairs. I got to the Japanese embassy, which was just like a room on one of the floors. And there was one other guy there that I was 99.99% sure was also doing the interview. So I asked him, I was like, hey, are you also here for the jet interview? And then we talked a little bit. And then eventually it was my turn to go in and do the interview. So there were 3 people interviewing me. There was a Japanese professor, somebody who just works for the jet company, and then the previous jet. So there was 3 people interviewing me. And these were the questions that they asked me, not in the exact order, but like the general order. Like some questions were definitely like around the beginning, middle, and end, but I don't remember the exact order. So first, they probably asked me to introduce myself, like any interview does on the face of this earth. And then they led into, it wasn't so much of a question, more like my opinion on this, but my feelings on a rural placement. And this is actually when the interview started going downhill, which is unfortunate because this is extremely close to the beginning of the interview. So that was the first-ish question they asked me, my feelings on a rural placement. I told them I'm cool with it, and then it kind of just escalated. I don't know. Anyways, and then this is the next question that ruined me even further. It was, what was a time where you were criticized and how did you handle it? Yeah. So the first thing that came to my head was talking about how some of my Japanese friends, including my boyfriend, get upset at me when I'm late for things. And you know, I explained that in Canada, it's pretty normal, especially in my friend groups. The way we view it is that if somebody's late, it's okay because they have their own life going on. So it's okay if they're late. They have lives. I can wait. Whereas the Japanese mindset is that if you respect someone, you're going to be on time. It's kind of like the opposite. So I've had this conversation with some of my friends. I quickly realized that talking about me being late as a personality flaw is maybe not the greatest thing to talk about in a job interview, but hey, I did it anyways. And the conversation, I just, after that, I didn't know how to recover. The next one was, what would you do if a teacher made a mistake during class? So as an LT, you're like an assistant to an English teacher. And this is actually a question that was on the 100 jet question page. Yeah, so that one wasn't too bad for me to answer. Another one was like, I forget the exact question. It was like, how will I share my experiences when I come back / what is my plan? So, and then this another question was, what parts of Japan interest me? And what will I explore? I don't know if this was like the general type of question it was. And then for my mock lesson, I was expecting them to go off my SOP, but they didn't. They just asked me to introduce myself to a class of elementary school kids, which was very, very painful because everything I said, they were pretending to be elementary school kids. And I was like referencing things that I guess, I don't know. Anyways, it was so cringe. And then last but not least, because I need to wrap this up, was the Japanese portion. So the Japanese section of the interview is optional. They say you don't get points if you do it or don't do it. Like it doesn't matter. It's bonus points. But like my mindset is like bonus points still means that you have an upper hand if you do this section than if you don't. But they keep saying it doesn't change whether you get accepted or not. And I just don't think that makes sense to me. Like if it's bonus points, then no matter what, you'd be doing better than if you didn't do it. So I don't know. Anyway, so of course I did the Japanese section. So that was the gist of my interview questions. I don't know how I did. It's very possible, guys. It's very possible that I bombed it. So the next video might be me crying that I did not pass. Should I be surprised? No. Will I still be sad? Yes. Yeah, it just didn't go the way I wanted it to. Anyways, so that's it. That's all for my interview vlog. Next step is finding out if I passed or not, which should be in about a couple weeks, actually. It should be a few weeks. Wish me luck, guys. I wish all of you guys luck. Let me know how your interviews went, or if you have any bad interview memories in general that you can share with me and make me feel better about how the heck that interview just went. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot from this vlog. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you when I see you again. Bye!